Let us start with handling critical region by the hardware process. As we have already said, the software was platform independent, didn't needed any hardware, but with reference to performance was weak because of the obvious reason every synchronization was being achieved with the help of some software or some algorithm only. So we started with the better options. We started creating and manufacturing hardware which can provide mutual exclusion. We have major two options in this. The first is called as the locks and the second one is the semaphore. Going with the first one, locks. What exactly locks are and what they are capable of doing? Well, the phenomena is fairly simple. We have a data, let's call it a critical region itself. Anybody who wants to enter the critical region needs to first acquire a lock, so that nobody else other than that particular process which has acquired a lock can access this critical region or some region called region X. Even if others tries to, they will not gain access to the lock because it can be only achieved by one. Seeing this in a more practical manner, let's try to consider we have three processes. Now these processes would be as seen: process 1, process 2, process 3. There is only a single lock. So if process 1 acquires this lock, it would enter the critical region. During this period, even if P2 tries to acquire lock will not be given. So P2 and P3, even if they try to acquire, they will not be granted access. So when they will be given access, phenomena is simple. When process 1 comes out of critical region, it will unlock. That means the lock which was achieved by process 1 is now removed. Under this scenario only, the next available process would be given this access. In our case, consider process 2 acquires the lock. Same process would be repeated. It will go inside, it will finish its task, and again at the time of coming out, it will release this lock. So again, process 2 also finishes this lock, and now the final call. Process 3 locks the system, goes in the critical section, finishes its task, and then unlocks and comes out. So more or less the phenomena is fairly simple. If we see with reference to the program how it would look, we are talking about a very simple solution that would include acquiring lock as step 1. Only if you have acquired lock, there is possibility of second step, that is to access the critical region. Again, it is a moral responsibility, or rather it is must by the process, that if you acquired lock and access the critical region, when you are exiting critical region, you will be entering part 3, that is releasing the lock. Until and unless one releases the locks, others will not be able to enter the critical region. By reminder section, we are simply informing everybody that yes, I have left critical region, so the next one can go in. So it's a simple 3-step process: acquire a lock, access the critical region, and release the lock. This would be done by each and every process who is accessing the critical region, but when needed, as we have seen in this diagram. There is an advantage of this particular locking system which has better efficiency because of the hardware involvement in it. Better efficiency because there is a dedicated hardware which will look after a mutual exclusion bounded access with a proper progress, because everybody is only allowed to access the lock for a finite amount of time, after which they need to come out of the critical section, release it, and if needed again go back to the queue. Let us see how the system of locks can be handled in uniprocessing system. In uniprocessing system, this solution is fairly simple. In uniprocessing system, the solution is fairly simple. How we would handle? Simple. A process X acquires a lock, access the critical region, and releases the lock, followed by the next process Y, repeating the same process. For the sake of safety, we can have non-preemptive processes. That means interrupts would be disabled. But with multi-processor system, there is an issue. Why? Because there will be n processes and n critical regions. How to handle this scenario? The solution to this problem is called test and set. Test and set will simply check and then set flag for the critical region. Let us go to that solution.